Hey folks, Philipp Lomboy with Automated Marketing Strategies here, and I wanted to share with you 3 steps to getting 300% more happiness in your life and business. So this subject is a little bit off the beaten path of automated marketing that I typically share with you, but it's no less important. When we look at our businesses, the goal typically is to get it as black and white as possible, right? Or more black than red, right? And all of that is just a matter of math, right? Margins, profitability, the churn in your client base, all that is based on math, and ultimately, business thrives the best when the math makes sense, right? The challenge is that we are the ones that are running our businesses, and we as humans, our lot in life is not about just logic, black and white, and straight yes or no, right? There's emotion that's built into it, and a lot of times that emotion can be like a roller coaster. And because that's the case, it's really important for us to keep that emotional part of our lives in check, right? Now, there are times when I'm very, very low and I don't have really good emotion, it's a lot of negativity or such, something happened with a client or a project or whatever it might be, or just in general, right? Just feeling kind of blah. Well, in those cases, I'm not really in the best shape to drive my business, right? But when I am, free and fun and, enjoying things and really, taking stock of where I am and, where I've been, then that is the time that I am most productive. It's the time that I can contribute most to my clients and to the world as a whole, right? So here are 3 steps that I do myself that helps me to increase the amount of positive energy, joy, happiness in my life by a factor of 3 at a minimum, okay? So first, you need to capture those moments in your life, those high points, those joyous moments, those victories, and really put them down. Take the time to put them on paper, to put them in your phone, whatever you might have, and make a practice of that. For me, I have an app, and this is something that I bought in the App Store. But it's called my gratitude journal. Okay, and this is an iPhone app, but I put it on my iPad. I have this on me a lot. It's also on my iPhone. But what I do is anytime I have something that is like, wow, that was really, really cool. I'm really appreciative of that person or that situation, then I put it down in here. Now, the challenge for me is that I'm not always good about that. So what this thing does, this particular app, is that it reminds me of that. So I can put in a time frame within the day that I can say, okay, we'll pop up here or pop up there or pop up some random time in between. And whenever it does that on my phone or on my iPad, then that's when I actually start typing in. So even if there's nothing going on at that particular moment, I ask myself, well, if I had something to be grateful of, if I had something that I could appreciate right now, if I could remind myself of something that I love right now, what is that? And I just put it down in there, okay? So that's step 1, is you need to capture. Find some way that works for you to actually put that down and put it into kind of safekeeping, right? The second step is that you need to review. Now, I've been doing this since, I think, March, right? So it's really cool to actually go back into that place that I captured, and I can go in here into my calendar and find different things. I mean, and I'll tell you what, I'm not perfect. There's a lot of areas in the calendar here that haven't not been filled in, right? Maybe the pop-up, the reminder came up on the screen, but I just, I didn't have time, or I just didn't feel like it, or whatever. But I'll tell you what, most of these are in there. So it's just a matter of cultivating that habit, okay? But I mean, you can go in here and review, oh my gosh, that's something that happened a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, or whatever it might be, especially in times when you're not really feeling that good. Well, go back to where you captured all that stuff and say, oh yeah, you know what, that's right. So in particular, here's one here from last month. So I just wrote down, I love my sister Sasha. So happy for her and Nikki welcoming Sydney into their lives as their new baby. They are so loving and will make amazing parents. So that's not something about me. It's just something that I was appreciating. And when I look at that, I'm like, yeah, that was a great moment there, and I'm kind of reliving it now. So that's one of the things that really helps when you actually take a conscious effort to review. And again, you don't have to do this when you're just down, right? I mean, I do it when I wake up in the morning. It's like, oh, that's really cool. Yes, that's a great reminder of the things that I love and appreciate in my life right now. Okay. Um, and the final thing, step number 3, is that you share what you have captured. Um, Especially when it comes to somebody else. Now, that's exactly what I did with this particular event right here. Okay, so I was reviewing it, and I was like, "Wow, that's really cool." And I just took a screenshot of my iPad, and I texted it to my sister, and getting a little emotional here, but it was just a really cool thing. Like, wow, that was something I was feeling genuinely before. Now I'm reliving it, and it's like, hey, let's share it with them. And I'll tell you what, just it's not always such that you're going to get a response, okay? But in this particular case, I did, and it was just amazing. So, and I'm addicted to that, right? So again, it's not something like I'm expecting something back from them. It's just that, hey, this is how I really authentically feel, and I just wanted to share that with you. So I do that with business partners. I do that with friends. I do that with family members. Share these things as I find it to be appropriate. So those are my 3 steps. So again, 1, capture your moments, right? 2, review those moments periodically, and then 3, if you can and it's appropriate, share them with the people that you're talking about, right? That's it for today, folks. Next time we'll get back into the automated marketing swing. But again, really do this. See how you can use this to improve your personal and business lives. And we'll talk to you soon. Cheers to your success.